there was a point that it was very, very hard for me to resist rice. It was very, so you'll be craving sugar, you'll be craving, at that point I was craving sugar. That was number one symptoms. I was craving sugar. Then I started noticing missed period. My period can cease for like, I might not see my period for 2 months, I might not see my period for 3 months. Then the longest of them all was 5 months. In fact, I was so scared that what's happening to me, 5 months. And that was when I had to call my gynecologist. So and so happened, and what should I do, and then that was where I knew that, oh, so this PCOS thing I have been reading on is actually, they say something that toba sopo soja ara ni lomba. Truly, you might never know you have it, or you might never know your sister has it, but then they probably have it. Me, I don't have it, I don't have the beards, but I battled with hormonal acne. Let me say hormonal acne was actually my first symptoms, because for years I have been battling with acne, but I see it as a normal thing. Of course, everybody have pimples. They taught us in school that when you get to your puberty age, you'll be battling with, you see pimples on your face, but none of my siblings actually have pimples. My mom does not have. My mom's elder sister does not have. My sister does not have. Our last born does not have. So how come I'm not the one that not carrying it? Like, why am I so different? So it was later I got to realize that, oh, it was due to sugar intake. Sugar can spike up your hormone. Sugar can spike up your acne. Sugar can spike up cravings that you don't usually have. So those were my own symptoms that I had.
Okay, well, thank you very much. So I feel like there are a lot of girls that are suspecting they have PCOS and they don't know how to test for it. How were you able to test for it? How were you able to know that, okay, like in a medical way? Okay. How were you able to? Is it that you did some test or something?
Yeah, I did so many tests. In fact, I actually thought it was when I missed the longest of the period I lost. Yeah, that was 5 months. So I thought I was actually, maybe it was infection. But then they used to say if you have infection, you should have itching, you should have maybe some discharge coming out of your body. But I was not having those, like I was not even feeling any itching or any discomfort down there. I was not having any bad feelings that I'm not okay, but it was just mixed period. So I actually I carried out some tests. I did the transvaginal. Actually, when I met with the radiographer, I explained everything, and then it was one who told me that, okay, you have to do some tests, the transvaginal scan, the pelvic scan, just to see if you are okay, since you don't have infection. So I did those tests. I did the pelvic scan first. It was not able to detect everything I need to know. So he told me I need to do the CVS. So I did the transvaginal scan, and then he noticed some follicles. It made me understand. In fact, God bless that man, because he was able to like let me know that it is very normal to have eggs on your to have follicles on your ovary, but when it is more, like it is much, when it is more than, I think, did he say 8 or 7 or 10? I think when it is more than 10, then there is a problem. So it was, at least it was showing me, I can even see it in the projected whatever. I was seeing it that was counting that I used to count it by yourself. I was counting it that this one was more than 15. And I was like, oh, so there's actually a lot going on in my body that I don't know. So it made me understand that, you see those eggs, you see how small they are. If I want my period to come, one has to get mature, and it has to, you see, the rupture of the egg is what brings out the shredding of the blood. That's the period, that's the cycle. But when the egg is not grown enough to rupture, that's when you see that you don't have. So for good 5 months, I had eggs on my ovaries that were not actually like grown, or they were not matured enough to rupture. So just go for your TBS scan. It's not painful, it can just be like discomforting, but it is not painful. You can go for your pelvic scan. Now it's just to check your lower abdomen, to see if your bladder is fine, to see if you're having any disease or any infection, PID, a lot of that. So
Okay, so for people watching and they are wondering that, oh, this test is going to cost a lot, was it something that really cost you a lot of money? Actually,
Not at all. At least
okay, so they are not
at
expensive.
all. If I could remember, I think I did the CVS for probably 8K. I actually did both together, so I think they actually reduced. They joined both. If I wanted to do both, one.
One
If I wanted to do one, it might be a bit expensive.
expensive.
So because I did both together, so it's more like they did it at once. So for the CVS, I think it was like 8K or 10,000 naira. While for the pelvic, I think that was 6,000. That was about, I think both together. I think I spent like 12,000 altogether because I did both together. But if you're doing it separately, you can hear 8K, they can tell you 10K. Some places they might even tell you 15K, depending on the lab you actually visited.
Okay, thank you very much. So, what are some healthy habits that can worsen hormonal imbalance? You know, there are some things that we even eat that has the possibility of worsening our hormonal imbalance. So, can you tell us more about that?
Okay, I'm going to talk out of experience because I wouldn't want
Okay.
to say stuff that did not happen to me and maybe I read online. I don't want to like
Okay.
talk about other people's feeling or what they experience. So from my own experience, I think if you're a lady and you're battling with PCOS, you should know that there are some food you should not take. You should, in fact, if you are lucky enough to have a very good and explanatory, like a gynecologist that will explain,
Um,
then you will know that, oh, you should, number one food you should even cut rice. Rice is very rich in carbohydrates and the sugar in rice. And if you're not careful, when you eat rice and then, oh, probably because of the high cravings, I cannot cope, I cannot leave rice, and then you eat rice, and then the next thing is you want to go and sleep. My dear, it will spike up your insulin resistance. So the best thing for you to do is, if at all 100% you cannot leave rice, you can take rice in small portion, then you can pair it with lots of vegetables or fruits. There's this fruit that works naturally for fertility. Avocado pear.
mm,
I think Igbo, you will not see an Igbo lady suffer for this thing more because
mm,
they eat more of vegetable, they eat more of fruits. You will see an Igbo woman taking fruits like they can even take fruit as their breakfast. I don't even understand what I'm saying. They can even take fruit as their breakfast. They can take just ordinary, just vegetables. They can wake up and just be like, oh, it's vegetable I want to eat. But see Yoruba, we are not so good at eating. We believe we do an amala, we do an amala. But there are some food that are very, very, very healthy.
yeah.
It is not just healthy for even those that are going through hormonal issues. It is healthy for everyone. But as long as you have known or you are being diagnosed of this thing, it is very advised. It is advisable that you cut your carb. Then you eat more of. I can eat like 4 eggs, 5 eggs a day.
Okay.
Yes, you eat your protein, egg, fish, chicken. Make sure that if you are getting any chicken, you will not get the one that has a lot of fat because at that point you're already suffering with weight gain.
Again.
So you can just take chicken in small portion. You can take your beef. Avoid red meats. Just try to take things. This is say too much of something is not
It's
good.
not good.
If I tell you to take egg, and not say you should eat 1 crate of egg a day, too much of something is very
Very
bad.
bad.
So at least because of you have this issue, you can take at least 5 a day is okay. You can take 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 1 at night, then you are okay. And ensure you are eating boiled egg more often. And if you would at all like eat fried egg, for those that does not like boiled egg, you can just fry your egg with vegetable. You see vegetable, I used to say, they used to say too much of everything is truly not good. But I don't think if you eat too much of vegetable, there's anything going on. But doctor will tell you too much of everything is not good. So I'm not a doctor, but I eat vegetable a lot. And always ensure to take pear, avocado pear. Like it is very, 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 that one alone, You see, peer, it supports, it's so much support, just in fact, not even PCOS now, it supports fertility. You can take peer morning, afternoon, night, depending on how much you love peer. You hear some people say, yeah, I don't like it, I don't like the taste. And you want to have baby and you are going through hormonal imbalance. I know prayer works, but at the same time, even God Himself, He granted these people the knowledge to help us. I mean, the doctors, the gynecologists, the radiographer. He was the one who gave them the knowledge to help us know what to do to get better. And also, I forgot to say something. There is what we call seed cycling. I actually, apart from carbohydrate, I also took seed. There are some seeds that we don't even know they exist. I don't know. There are some seeds exist, like they actually
Like what kind of
exist.
seed?
There are about 7 of them. If I'm to remember, chai seed is good for your hormones. Flax seed is good for your hormone. Sesame seed is good for your hormone. There are about 7. You can just go and check online. Seed cycling. They are called seed cycling. So that seed cycling altogether, they're in a circle altogether. You get to know the 7. You can blend them together. You can add them to your oatmeal. You can add them to your pudding. You can add them even to your ogi. You can add them to even your pap. I want to say semo. You know, some people they take semo like
yes, like
yeah,
ogi.
yeah, hey, ogi way, the ogi form. So you can add them to, if you don't want to eat it like that, because not everybody likes to eat seed. So if you can blend the 7 together, add them to your meal, and then you'll be fine. Trust me. Consistency is the key.
Okay. Actually, that's very educative. So I want to ask, because one of the questions I keep asking myself is, does it have a cure? I've searched, I have some knowledge about it, but based on the fact that you have some experiences, do you think it's something that can be cured? Completely.
Completely.
Yes.
We are still praying for God for the cure, but PCOS does not have a cure. It can only be reversed.
Okay.
Yeah, it is highly reversible. But if you are not careful, like I usually explain to people, at least few people that know I have this thing, and then I just educate them so they won't make the mistakes I make. So I tell them that if you notice any sign of it seems my hormone is not balanced, and then you want to reverse your hormone to be balanced, it is always good that you see that thing you left, don't go back to it. Because you see, our hormone, our hormones are not so balanced. Our hormone is I feel like it is now used to not being balanced. So if you are lucky enough to balance your hormone, it is good that you don't go back because you now feel like, oh, my hormone is now balanced. Oh, I can eat my rice. My dear, from A it will go back to D. Your hormone will go back. In fact, worsened. I still eat rice. I cannot lie because rice is the best food. But every time I want to eat rice, I must add. In fact, they already know me. Where I buy vegetable, they already know that this girl, she cannot buy food stuff without buying vegetable. I must buy vegetable if I want to enjoy my rice with peace of mind. If I want to sleep well that night, I must pair my food with vegetable. I didn't say something. There are some persons that also suffer PCOS and they lack sleep. There was a time that in fact my roommate will wake me up and be like, Ajura, why are you just rolling on the bed? Like you're just rolling. Even me myself, I didn't know I was rolling. I didn't know that I was not sleeping well. The only thing I just know that I will wake up in the morning and I will feel tired. How can somebody that slept for like maybe 6 to 7 hours and then you still wake up very tired? I didn't know that I was not actually sleeping. I was just sleeping and waking up, sleeping and waking up. So if you notice that you have like your sleep is poor, you're not sleeping well, you roll on the bed, you roll 24/7. If you close your eyes, it takes you 2 to 3 hours before you sleep off. And there is problem. Sleep naturally, it's like they do say that sleep is natural. It comes naturally. You're not supposed to force yourself to sleep. You don't have to use drug. They say sleeping tablets. You don't have to use sleeping tablets before you are able to sleep at night. Once it is 8, 9, 10, you should be able to sleep freely without the help of any drug or without the help of anything. So notice, watch your sleep. If you see that, oh, I'm not sleeping well, I sleep or I wake up 2 a.m. I'll just see myself wake up. You'll be like, oh, God wants to show me something, my dear. Yes, many Christian I felt that way. Like I have felt that way in time past. I'll wake up 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. and then I'll be feeling like, oh, because I woke up 3 a.m. yesterday, I woke up 3 a.m. day before yesterday. Then there is something God wants to show me. My dear, God might not show you anything. God might not even be the one waking you up, or it might not even be that it is because God has something to tell you. That's why He is waking you up. It might be your hormone. Yes, it might be your hormone affecting you. Quickly rush, run, and go to the gynecologist so you can get tested.